Hello students, today we discuss about the advancement of work study. As you all know that work study is nothing but understanding about to perform any job by optimistically utilizing available resources with a minimum time availability. Okay. The work study is separated into two parts. One is called the method study and one more is called time study. Okay. Now you came to know what is a method study. So under method study, most of the time focus will be there the kind of equipments you are using, like screwdrivers, cutting pliers, isn't it? Cutters, finishing machinery, the effective machinery, the effective procedures, isn't it? Which can allow us to utilize the available resources in a satisfactory manner can be understood under method study. So to understand about method study, there are two types of tools are available. One is charts and one more is diagram. And today we discuss about a diagram. The name itself indicates that the diagrams are nothing but which allows us to understand the various movements in terms of pictures, in terms of signals, isn't it? So that the activities under the production area is going to be smooth, which you call as a diagram. As far as the diagrams are concerned, there are two types are there. One is called flow diagrams and one more is the string diagram. Under flow diagrams, you will understand actually what is the movement from the raw material stage to the finishing stage of the product. The direction would be denoted in terms of pictures, in terms of what you call the signals and as well as the other special signs. What to call that one as the flow diagram. Whereas under string diagram, the same information is provided in terms of separation of the various departments connected with the strings. Now here, what is in a diagram? If you look at the actual definition, diagrams clearly outlines the movement of men material between two locations and the number of times a movement is repeated. The effective manufacturing operation is that which reduces the unnecessary movements of the workers. Understand? Don't think that right from what you call starting of the hour to the till day ends, the worker need to work constantly. It's highly impossible. The worker requires breaks, isn't it, for different kinds of things. Excluding those breaks, excluding the time duration for those breaks, overall way the calculation of the entire time, which should be minimum, which is the actual purpose of what you called doing the methodology, right? Now here, if you see the flow diagram, a flow diagram is a graphical means of presenting, describing or analyzing a process. This is done by drawing small boxes. So let us see here a picture. Here three areas are there if you see carefully. Primary treatment, secondary treatment and tertiary treatment. Every area is going to be connected to each other. First the product move into the main sieve and the rotatory what you called sievers will be there and lime dosing and finally the output will be from this side. That is going to be reached to the secondary treatment. Here pump well 1, right, boiler 1 and pump well 2. So this way the information is provided in terms of the pictures, in terms of the colors. The movement indicating right from left to right or else from top to bottom. The flow is meaningful as far as the picture is, if you observe carefully. So what you call this one as the flow diagram. Understand? Such a way the planning will be done as far as the method study is concerned. When you go for doing operations to manufacture raw material into a what you called a valuable final product or output, irrespective of what you call the type of the product you are manufacturing. The next one is called the string diagram. A string diagram is a simple tool for analyzing and designing workspaces such that movement can be minimized. Here various departments would be there. Simple example, let us take what you call the manufacturing of a cloth itself. Immediately by putting all what you call raw material, cloth will not come out. First ants are required. You know, ants mean small threads. And separation of ants is required. Fixing all those ants and a weaving machinery is required. And after that, in a careful manner, in different ways, that threads, that string should be placed side by side. And after that, the dyeing will be done, coloring, is it? And finally, that manufactured cloth reaches to the packing section. Like what you call arrangement of the ants, coloring of the ants, and preparation of the cloth, and reaching to the what you call the finally the packaging department. So here every department is made to be close as much as possible. If the departments are unconnected, the distance is more, then what happens? From one stage to another stage, if the product need to be reached, it consumes much more time. That should not be there. So what do you call that one as? Movement between the workspaces, is it? That can be, reduced by means of the string diagram. Sir, what is that second point says you? The basic diagram simply consists of a map of the work area with the actual movements drawn on top. So let us see the picture. Now this is one example of the string diagram. So there are so many what you call departments are there, like vertical drill, nothing but placing holes, now band saw, wood store, workbench, lathe, router. So all these are all connected by the arrows. All these sub-departments are, as much as possible near to each other. So this is called an example for the string diagram. So till now you came to know actually one of the methods of understanding work study. What is that? Work study actually divided into two areas. One is called method study and one more is called time study. Now you came to know about method study. After studying this part, exclusively we are going to understand about that one more part, very very important part. You call that one as work measurement techniques or else time study. So in the previous part, actually most of the time you will be focusing on the using of various tools. Understand? Because every tool is having its own importance. Sometimes you can use few tools for other purposes, but exclusively few tools are there. You need to fix up those tools for that particular XYZ work only. All those aspects will be studied under method study. Now if you come to one more part, here the entire focus would be there on the calculation of the time. Besides all other resources, Minimizing time is also very, very important resource. That is actually meant for the main objective of what we call operations management. Quality product in time, isn't it? Manufacturing is nothing but the main objective of the operations management tools. Now, work measurement techniques or time study methods allows us how much time can be standardized or else can be given to any employee or any worker to finish that particular work. As you know very well, the fixing up of the time will be there based upon various efficiency levels of the workers. Few workers will be fast workers, few workers will be very, very slow, few workers of mediocre type, understand? And having different skill sets. Collectively, you need to observe all those skill sets. Overall way, you need to collect what is the best time, I would say. The best minimum time, the correct word is the best minimum time to what you called finish that any particular part of the work. Okay? Let us take car itself. So as you know very well, car means again can be subsegmented into various parts. Like electrical parts would be there, iron parts would be there, rubber parts would be there. Let us suppose the rubber parts means exclusively tires. After having the tires, how much time is required to fix those 4 wheels to that car? 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes? Because nowadays, if you go to any manufacturing company, you will be observing completely automated machinery. The operator will be sitting in a 4-walled glass room and simply will be switching on that particular switch. All the operations will be taking place automatically. But how come all those operations are going to be taking place automatically? Nothing but they fix up that time. Okay? So, to understand this work measurement or else time study, so these are the different methods. Now, before that, actually, what do you know work measurement? Nothing but which is the application of techniques designed to establish the time for a qualified worker or a process to carry out a task at a defined speed. What do you call that one as the work measurement? So here, one more standard definition is there. What is that? The determination of the degree and quantity of labor in performing the task is called as the work measurement. So in work measurement, what we will do? Work measurement concerned with investigating, reducing and eliminating ineffective time, whatever may be the cause. Through the work measurement, you are going to identify carefully in which part of the work the time wastage is more. Let us suppose that nut and bolts fix of operation is taking place. Both are placed in different directions farther away from that particular worker. It's very difficult. It is going to be waste of the valuable time. Then what is the effective way of maintaining the time? Better to have in front of that worker the nut and bolts in different color trays. Once you see in what you called any production area, mobile production areas would be there. All different color trays would be there. All the components will be placed in different color trays. Whichever component is required, IC will be fixed, battery will be fixed, screws will be fixed. Understand? The technician, that worker, that manufacturer need not to move farther from the particular workstation. Why? Because the time wastage will be reduced. What is that last point says? The purpose: setting labor standards, evaluating performance, predict planning and controlling operation, reduction of operation costs. So overall, if you see, the main intention of work measurement is to reduce the time, to reduce the overall cost. Everything is going to connect with again that final cost. Okay. So here, what are the techniques when you go for work measurement, which you are going to understand now? There are actually 5 basic techniques are there. So what are those? Historical data method, time study method, synthesis method, predetermined motion time system, analytical estimation method, work sampling, activity sampling methods. Now if you see under historical data method, what you are going to understand? Let us suppose that a carpenter is there, he manufacturing, let us suppose, a chair. So when you are applying historical data, you will be taking the information if anybody already manufactured that same kind of chair, and how much time you took, and what are the other tools are required to him, and any other disturbances caused by him while what you call manufacturing that. With that of the present information. So when you go for comparatively taking such a way to fix up that present information, such procedure is known as a historical data. History means past. But benefits are there, and as well as what you called some unexpected what you call demerits are also there. You will come to know that. If we take here historical data method, what are the problems? Because every day technology has been changing, and what happens, employees' behavior is also sometimes going to affect. Now if you see right from morning to noon, the employee will be fresh, high energy levels would be there. So if you go for testing in that particular time period, it gives you altogether a different record. But when you ask the same employee to do the same work in the afternoon, you will get altogether different records. Because of external factors, what you call this, employees' behavior. So these things always changes. Hence, most of the time, historical data is that much not dependable instrument or tool or method to find out what you call work measurement. So what are the points revealed here? Past performance is used as a guideline for setting work performance standards. Past performance means historical information. However, past performance is not the best basis for fixing the performance standards. Every day is changing, every minute will what you called have various changes. That's why based upon the situation, you need to go for which is the best procedure to fix up the time. What do you call this? Historical data method. The next one is the time study method. The name itself indicating you. Here time study is conducted by using stopwatch. Do you know stopwatch? A specially manufactured watch for the purpose of calculation of the time. Generally, which you will find in the hands of sports coach, isn't it? Now, this technique actually developed by Frederick Winslow. How you are going to use this stopwatch? You need to follow the procedure. First, you need to select the job to be timed out. So you know very well, a job is nothing but completion of various activities, information of various activities. And standardize the method of doing the job. Select the worker to be studied. Record the necessary details of the job and divide the job into elements. What is an element here? Nothing but the part of the job. So by using that stopwatch instrument, you will be observing that time gaps, the duration of the time. And you are going to conclude one standard time. What you call this time study method. The next one is work sampling. Sampling is nothing but it's a technique which allows us to pick few values from different altogether a large data or large information for different purposes. So under sampling, what happens? You will be comparing various workers' effectiveness while measuring what you called the time. So what here? This method was developed by Leonard Henry Celeb Tippett. So here this method is applicable on these 3 points. One is deciding what activities are defined as working and as well as the non-working. Observe the workers at selected intervals and record is working or not. So while applying the sampling method, where actually worker is working, where is not working. So the difference is very, very important. Based upon that, you will collect the information and you will fix up a standard time. Okay. So what do you call this? Work sampling method for measuring the time. The next one is synthesis method. Synthesis means mixing up. So here the entire job will be actually divided into different parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. For every level, duration calculation would be there. The best example is, let us take what you called book publishing. So generally 4 activities would be there. What are those? Like typing would be there, editing would be there, printing and binding. So overall way, whatever time duration you get. So what is that? 100 days to publish a book. What do you call this method as? Synthesis method. Now this one is PMTS, predetermined motion time system. So here actually 3 times are going to be prefixed. One is called normal and one more is fast and very fast. So these 3 times information will be calculated. Based upon that, one standard time duration will be taken out. Hence this is called as predetermined motion time system. Okay. Very, very important of this one. The next one is analytical estimating. Based upon the data, analysis part would be there. So by using standard data, the standard time is fixed based upon the experience of the work study. Okay. So what is analytical estimating method? Analytical estimating method is nothing but through the data you are going to identify what is the standard time of calculation. Okay. So this is what actually work study means. So under work study what we covered? We have covered method study and as well as the work measurement. So under work measurement what we covered? Analytical estimating, PMTS method, okay, synthesis method, work sampling, time study, and historical data method. This is a small unit, and tomorrow we go for services management under this unit. But very, very important discussion, today's discussion is. Thank you so much.